Hey guys, it's coreross and welcome to 6 News. So of course you guys know that I love to hunt down every little bit of details on these new seasons. So of course we got our first teaser image yesterday of the brand new operators and the brand new map. And I was kind of thinking it'd be nice if we had a higher resolution image like this one where we could actually see everything up close. So first of all, let's talk about the brand new operators. We seem to be able to figure out their weapons from this. So we know from leaks that we're probably looking at the judge being added to the game as a sidearm which fires shotgun shells. And we can see that this guy does appear to have a very similar weapon. I would say it's definitely a revolver, and from the size of it, I think it's about right. But from the image, I'm going to say like maybe 70% sure that it is the same weapon. In the game, it's going to be called the bailiff rather than the judge, so it will be a little bit of a variation on that weapon. But I think we're looking at the same gun. However, what I am 100% sure about is the weapon. So if we check out the LMG that was leaked, and if you look at this picture, you can see there's this one little bit where there's this kind of little rail with two dots in it, and that is exactly the same as what's in the picture of the weapon. So I think that's 100% definitely that LMG. And of course, this is the first defender that could run around with an LMG. Now, if we move over to the girl, we can see the front of her SMG that she's holding, and it appears to almost perfectly match up with the leaked weapon, which was the MX4 Storm. Now, it could be that there's different weapons that have a similar front, but I'm going to say like I'm 99.9% sure this is the same gun. However, her sidearm is different from the male's. It appears to have a wooden handle. Now, of course, that could just be a different skin for the same weapon, but I think we're looking at different weapons here because the promotional stuff never has skins in it. And one of the weapons that was leaked as being a potential was the Rhino. And now it does come with a lot of variations where it has a wooden handle. So I think we could be looking at the Rhino here. Now, that would be interesting if either they share two revolvers between them, which would be interesting, or maybe they get a different revolver each, which would be pretty cool. So I think that might be the Rhino, but that's probably like a 20% I'm thinking there. But you guys can let me know in the comments below what you think about these weapons. Do you think they're correct? And do you think there could be any other weaponry? Now, other than that, let's talk about the operators. We've got the male, obviously, and we get a good shot of his backside. We can see that over the front of his leg as well, in front of him, he's got what looks like an armor panel. So I think this dude is definitely a 3 armor. Of course, he has a massive backpack, which could, of course, hold his turret. It'd be kind of cool if you place the turret down and the backpack actually disappeared off your character model, but I doubt that's how it's going to work. But you can see, looks like it's carrying a lot of weight in that backpack. Then we got the female. She's looking pretty tactical, pretty good, wearing good uniforms. Nothing much else to say. Definitely matches up with the leaks for both of these guys. So I think we're looking at definitely the same ops. So that's us went over everything about the operators. So let's talk about the new map, because in this one we can see a lot more detail. So we can see to the left hand side of the main building we appear to have other buildings or ruins or something that looks like you could totally get into. Now, from the small version as well, I thought that this was a 2-story building with a basement. Actually, looking at this high-res version, we obviously have 3 levels, which means if there is a basement, we could be looking at a 4-level map. Suddenly, this map is getting bigger than I thought it was going to be. You can also see to the right of the building as well that there's an expansive building that's at least 2 levels high, because if we continue that ground level and the level above it, we're probably going to have a 2-level area. You can see like a kind of the roof of another building as well. So it's actually starting to look bigger and bigger the more I look at it. Of course, the big tower has a lot of holes in it, so it could be if defenders can get in there, they could get up to the top and do some stuff from that tower. However, I don't think, from looking at it, the tower is going to be much use to anybody. There's no ways in from this side anyway, or repelling, so I don't think it's going to be a feature that you can actually get inside. That's purely a guess though. Of course, you have what looks like a big entry point halfway down the tower. You can also see below that is an actual doorway which leads obviously into the building. So it's more than likely that you could get in here as an attacker and work your way into the building. Of course, the main building has a lot of entryways, a lot of windows, a lot of doors. The secondary building also has tons of windows as well. There's also a perimeter wall around the entire thing, which could be how you spawn safely in this map. It could be there's a big perimeter wall and you spawn behind it, which would be a nice simple way of dealing with spawn camping. And I'm going to guess as well that there's probably a few ways that you can get in via tunnels. It certainly looks like it would totally fit in to the feeling of this map. So I'm going to say it's going to be at least a couple of tunnel entrances, maybe more. And yeah, it just looks really good. It's nice to have this high quality image to look at, and I thought I would share it with you. Now, another thing I noticed was the new profile picture for the Rainbow Six Siege Twitter. As you can see, it's this. It's been updated from the Chimera one, and you can see that it's topped with green. So there we go. That is confirmation that the new icons will be this green. I thought they were going to be yellow in the previous leak because it kind of looked a little bit off, but that's definitely green. Now guys, I've got one more thing to announce, and that is a t-shirt. If you actually want to go buy a coreross t-shirt, it's the first time I've ever done this. You can check in the description below, there'll be a link to the store, or in the comments there'll be another post there too, if you want to go check it out. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.